Hello everyone and welcome to another video. I'm going to talk today in this video about the union energy right now, give you an update and a little bit about the eclipse portal that we are currently in and moving through. So we have been going through a very intense acceleration since the beginning of the year in terms of our ascension, our union process, and everything is kind of accelerated right now, and we are going through still a rebirth of our soul basically, and we're going through this rebirth tunnel, and I made a video about this before. We're still in that energy and we're still very much in the process of going through our transformation. So right now there is this sense of disconnection from the union. A lot of you may be feeling this sense of void, disconnection. This is still something that's happening right now where you're not feeling the twin or your divine counterpart, or there's a sense of confusion happening. So we also have something that's really interesting that's going on, which is to do with the magnetic fields that are realigning on the planet, which is causing a lot of shifts to happen with the physical body and just with our process. And this is really affecting also the mental body, the brain. We're having some higher chakra activations happening right now as well. So that is happening because of this magnetic realignment that's occurring. And this is something I go into more details on Patreon if you're interested in that, as far as the magnetic fields and this geomagnetic realignment that's happening right now. And we are in the eclipse portal, which is always a time of letting go of the old and really letting go of what no longer serves. Any kind of karmic closings, karmic lessons will come up, anything like that. So that's happening at this time. And it is a time of a little bit of a very weird energy, very confusing time, questioning your sanity, maybe questioning your reality, questioning this journey. A lot of people in the community are going through this kind of energy. So a lot of us are feeling very similar. So if you are feeling disconnected from your twin or from your counterpart, and if you're not feeling them right now, this is the current energy that we're in, because the divine masculines right now are going through a lot in terms of inner shifts, and that's because the feminine has been going through her process. So it is, kind of like if you've been doing your work, if you've been doing your soul work, then your divine masculine is following you on your process. And so we have to hold the space for them to do that. And it's very important to, come back to yourself and really come back to your own peace and not focus so much on the 3D person. So this is another thing that's really important, because right now it's a very confusing energy and we are going through this tunnel still, and we're in this energy of not knowing really anything. The timelines are also very weird because we're not being shown new timelines. We may get glimpses of new timelines opening up, but again, we're still in this void energy, and the eclipse portal is going to be a powerful time for releasing, like I said, what no longer serves. So this time is a time of going more inwards, and I would say really focusing on what you need to still work on in terms of the soul work that we're doing on this journey, those 4 layers that I always talk about. So see where you are on your journey, on your process, and kind of tune into what you feel you need to release at this time. And so we are, really going through a process where we are shedding a lot of the old self, the old character, and this is really part of this journey, part of this process. And so this is something, and this is something that you may be feeling, this dark night of the soul still ongoing, or the sense of not being connected. And like I said, just losing faith, maybe losing trust, hopelessness. This kind of really heavy energy, I feel, is something that's really part of this shift that we're moving through. And a lot of us are feeling like, just kind of wanting to give up and not wanting to move forward at this time, because it's just been so heavy especially with the collective energy. It's been really heavy in the last 3 months, with a lot of these solar flares that have been super active and really intense, to the point where, they're causing so much to shift in a very short amount of time that it's almost causing us to be a little bit crazy, to become a little psychotic with this process, because it's going so fast. So yeah, the divine masculines right now, they are moving through a lot. So that is also partly why we're not feeling their energy. We may be disconnected. We may not even know, the next step in our journey. There's just a lot right now that is unknown. So there is a lot of, we don't know the next step. So that's why it's really important right now to just go with the flow, surrender. And if you're feeling very heavy, if you're feeling a lot of energy right now, if you're processing a lot of density, the eclipse portal is very much part of that, but it will stop affecting you so much when you go through a lot more of your soul work, and the eclipses won't be as heavy on you, or won't even affect you once you've cleared a lot of this old stuff, which is more linked to your 3D timelines, those 3D timelines that we're wrapping up through this process, through this ascension. So that's something that kind of to really see where you are at. There's a lot of closures right now, a lot of old things coming up right now to kind of close up in terms of the 3D timelines. So something that you've not been looking at, or kind of avoided, those things will come up right now for your attention, and for you to really close all those old cycles and karmic patterns. So that is for this kind of energy update right now, where we are in terms of the union and this eclipse and where it's taking us. I do feel it's like a very big activation. I'm personally going through a lot in terms of my process, and I have a lot of higher chakra activations, a lot of crown. So that is happening right now, and sometimes it's hard to kind of know the next step, or it's just causing a lot of imbalance and confusion within myself, and I am trying to move through it as best as possible right now, but it is quite intense in terms of the activation that I'm feeling for myself personally. So you may be experiencing that as well. So let me know what you're going through. I would love to know what you guys are experiencing. I send you lots of love, and thank you for being here, and I'll speak to you in the next video.